Hello, students from St. Petersburg University. I'm very sorry if I said it wrong. Yeah, let's go ahead. My name is Professor Huska and I'll be your host for a bit. I'm 25 years old and I live in Finland, Helsinki. I've lived here around almost 16 years. And yeah, my passion is to do something that affects and hopefully change the world, Earth for the better in the long run, right? And yeah, I have found this crazy visionary idea while I've been traveling around the world and exploring with my parents, family, and friends. I was born in Somalia and lived in more than a couple continents. Wait. I think I've told enough about me, and now it's the time about the ecological situation. Let's go ahead. And and now for you and my dear friend who asked me, I'll tell you about the country I was born in, all right? Before that, I want to remind you that the climate change problems are very real, and especially in developing countries, are the ones who face the challenges of this crisis the most. And so, yeah, let's dive into. Somalia has a population of around 15 million people, and Somalia is located all the way in the Horn of Africa next to Ethiopia and Kenya. And as a result of about 25 years of internal conflict, Somalia's governance system is very weak, and from two-thirds of the population live in rural areas, which is not big flashy cities outside the towns and cities. So yeah, and these people are very dependent on the rains for their crops and livestock. Despite these challenges, the country maintains a relatively active informal economy based on livestock remittance, which is people sending money back from all the way around the world back to the home, Somalia. And yeah, they make money from telecommunications as well. Somalia's environmental problems include deforestation, overgrazing, which is people fishing or getting more stuff than they need, and then soil erosion. The land is becoming very weak because of this, too much water and hot the sun. Climate is very hot and dry with uneven rainfall and regular droughts, and also because of unconscious choices that people are making. They don't know it. That's why one of the biggest reasons. Of course, Somalia has 4 seasons like any other country in the world, but two of the most important seasons are the Gu from April to June and Dare from October to December. They both are rainy seasons, and when that's the best time for farmers, for the people that live in the rural areas. And these two seasons have dictated the lives of farmers and pastoralists for centuries. In recent years, the frequency and duration of these dry spells has increased, and as the failure of the seasonal rain hits, the capacity of people to resist the shocks decreases, right? So yeah, let's go ahead then again. Every dry season reduces their assets. Their animals will die, their crops will fall, they will have nothing to sell. Yeah, and the next season they won't even have money to buy the seeds they need to plant again for the next year. In desperation, and pastoralists sell their animals at a giveaway price, leaving them even more vulnerable. Doing so significantly reduces their number of cattle below the minimum required to continue raising the livestock. At this point, people begin to flee, go away from the places, and become displaced. They move to somewhere else, like informal camps near the urban settlements, which means the cities, outside the cities, right? So yeah, the past 30 years, droughts have become more intense and frequent, and it is continuing and it's continuing, right? Because the climate change is not stopping. Yeah. On the other hand, there will always be too much water or too little, and that is one of the biggest things in the heart of this crisis. The people that the climate change is affecting, in almost 3 decades of conflicts, and also 3 decades of conflicts, um, people, they don't have enough knowledge or about it or opportunity, and this is one of the things I want to change in my home country, to try help them adapt better to the climate and climate volatility, vol- volatility, I don't know, and climate change for long-term solutions instead of just temporary aid, like giving food or something. And yeah, and this is where I want to finish, wishing you all happy, good, nice, and great and peaceful day. Hasta la vista.